Hey guys, welcome to the shop. Today we have a riding mower in here. I traded a John Deere push mower for this, and the one I traded for was a running push mower, and I got this one. The lady hasn't mowed with it in quite some time. She said that it just wouldn't start. They've replaced the battery, some other starter pieces. I can't remember everything, maybe an ignition or something like that, but for the most part the whole mower looks to be in fairly good condition. The deck needs some work. It's a little bit loose, and I already know why. One of the bolts is loose on it, so we got to tighten up the bolt that holds that up. Rear tire looks a little bit flat, but I think it has a tube in it because it's not that bad. It's a little bit squishy. Seat is in pristine condition, not torn up at all. And then this piece has been hit a few times with something, and it looks like it's been ran with the guard up in the air for a little while. So we're gonna take a look at this, see what I got out of this trade, and if it's got any problems, we'll go ahead and address them, fix them up, and hopefully be able to get this resold for a decent low profit. So I know for a fact the battery's dead. She hasn't tried it in quite some time, so we're going to put a jumper pack on it and see if this will turn over at all. Alright guys, so first thing first, we have to get the jumper pack on the battery. And the one thing that I did notice when I first picked it up is that somebody has already bypassed the seat safety switch. So you do not have to be sitting on this to actually get this thing to run. Always good to have that hooked up though, guys. Alright, and we need to put the brake on. So we'll come over here, put that on, make sure that's all in place. We have the choke on. We'll go ahead and put the seat down just so we can see what's going on. All of that is neutral. Height. Alright, let's see what's going to happen. Well, I can hear the starter trying to engage. But it's not turning that flywheel at all. Huh. Oh, that's not a good sign. Well, it appears that the motor may be locked. Usually you should be able to spin that, and this you cannot. I can see that it moves a little bit and then it just stops. Yeah, it looks like the motor might be locked up on this. Let me get a socket onto the bottom side, and we'll try to, it needs new fuel line if we get it going. On the bottom side of the crank. So we're going to access the best possible way by taking off this hood. Disconnect the light completely, so they have that all off anyway. Alright, so I don't have good access, and there's not a bolt on the very bottom to really turn this. So I'm going to try just to turn it by hand and see what I can do with it. See if it'll turn by hand at least. Oh, no, that's not moving at all. This one might be garbage. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking off some of these covers, and we'll check out the valve and see if anything's broken inside. So right now we'll take the air cleaner off. Looks like a brand new air cleaner on here. And she did a couple different things trying to figure out what was going on with it and couldn't figure it out. She said she's always maintained it though. So I think that they even had a new starter put on here. Somebody's been into the starter though, because these bolts aren't even tight at all. So we can go ahead and get a magnet tray for this. So that comes off easy. So let's see if I can turn it. Oh. What about with the key? Let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, I started trying to turn it. Let me go ahead and take off the front. Alright, so we pulled the front cover off, and I tried to move it a little bit, and it moved a little bit, but I started looking. This is what the oil level is, almost next to nothing. So I wonder if that is our culprit, is if we don't have any oil in the system and it was ran like that, overheated. Yeah, there's no oil whatsoever in here. Well, that's not ever a good sign. Let me get some oil and put some in there real quick. Alright, so we got some oil put up in there, and it's made it up on the dipstick to the proper height, and we're going to go ahead and try to manually move this again by turning the flywheel. And look at that, it's starting to move. Are the valves opening? There's one. Oh man, it's like the Tin Man right now. And there's the exhaust valve. It's like the Tin Man right now, guys. All it needed was a little bit of oil. So I wonder if it has an oil leak, and it leaked all the oil out, and they said, screw it, I'm not messing with it anymore. I mean, look at, this is easy to turn now. So we're just gonna rotate this a little bit more. Even the starter dropped back down to its original position. Man, if this was just oil, that was the issue, that it just ran out and just said, bloop, I'm not gonna work anymore. Okay, it's crazy. So we've got the, oh, we gotta put in a spark plug. That would be a key factor right now. Alright, so we got the head gasket, or the head back on, and we've got the junction, or the jumper box still on there, and we're gonna just see what's gonna happen with this now that we've gotten it to where it's moving. Yes. That is awesome. That starts right up. Had no trouble starting. It's smoking a little bit. Only a little bit. I went ahead and removed the exhaust because it was smoking so bad. And I want to try to see if that was a cause for the engine to stall out. We probably are still going to take off that carburetor right here and clean it because it looks pretty dirty, and who knows how long this gas has been sitting in here anyway. But I want to see if that was a cause. Well, there's not much gas in here anyway. Let's go ahead and try to fire this thing back up. I got my ear protection on too. This is going to probably be loud. Let's add some gas to it. That should be fine. We're gonna replace those gas lines anyway. Cap back on. All right, here we go. That's not bad. And it may have been stalling just from having no gas in it, too. But I do know that it's still smoking a little bit. And that's probably just from not running for a while. So we'll go ahead and get the exhaust put back on there. I'm going to roll this outside and let it run for a little while until it runs back out of gas. And threw that exhaust back on again real quick. And I want to try to see, just make sure it's not going to die with it on. So let's go ahead and fire this back up. Alright, time to roll it outside and let it burn off whatever it's got. So this mower is going to need a couple different little repairs. I think it needs a new head gasket. The filter looks good. The fuel line, as you can see right here, it needs to be replaced all the way up. This is all cracked apart. We need to clean out the carburetor and then fix the deck. But the thing that I wanted to show you guys that I was most worried about was probably the locked engine. And I believe that it was just because of having no oil. This person's had this mower since 2005, I believe, which makes it almost 15 years old, and it's still in very good condition. Just they didn't possibly take care of the oil. I don't see any oil leaks, and it's been sitting in the shop for a couple hours now. But we'll get all the deck all cleaned up, all the like grass and everything like that, and make sure it's all cleaned and run it again and then check it. But I'm gonna have to order a new head gasket for this, and that'll take a few days. But we know it runs. So what do you guys think on a trade? Do you guys think that I got a deal on it? The mower I had gotten was about $10 purchased, and bought a new gas cap, so I had like 15 bucks into the mower, and it needed a new well, I had to clean out the carburetor, seals, stuff like that. But so I probably had $20 in that mower and traded it for this riding mower that hadn't ran. She didn't know what was going on with it. So let me know what you guys think. I was kind of scared, especially at the very beginning whenever the flywheel didn't turn. And as you guys can see, this is what it's supposed to do whenever it is a good mower not locked up. So it was locked, and I guess just because of running it with no oil, it just kind of said I can't go anymore, and it just stopped. So it's that was the whole main issue of this mower. I'm surprised. I really thought it was gonna be more of a challenge. Anyway guys, thanks for joining in this week. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this little piece of trying to get this thing going, which I was surprised. And I hope you guys checked out the last video on disassembling the flathead. We'll get more involved into that. We got some videos coming up, derusting, stuff like that, maybe getting it out to the machine shop. I need to get the oil pump still off, so that's on the to-do list for some of the next videos. But as you can see, I've cleaned up, got everything stored over here in the corner. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, hit that thumbs up button. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. Check out the playlist. That's where you guys are going to find all the videos you want to see. Woodworking, cars, mowers, small engines, blacksmithing, all this other stuff. That's where you guys want to go check it out. It's in the playlist. Thanks guys for watching. Videos on Wednesday and Sunday. I'll see you guys later.